Hello, South Texas. Thank you so much for joining us on 3 News Plus. I'm Barbie Leo. You know, parents, we always worry about what our kids are doing online, from whom they're chatting with, how long they're logged on. Keeping track can feel like losing a battle, especially right now during summer break, even holiday break, when they're online even more. Today, I have the pleasure to talk to Nikki Colasso, Vice President of Public Policy at Roblox, talking to us about how families can better manage screen time, age-appropriate gaming, and chat safety. Nikki, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Barbie.
What is Roblox and how does it work?
It's a great question because a lot of people have heard about Roblox. I think if they've heard about it, they think of it as a game. It's actually a platform full of different kinds of games and experiences, some of which are really just fun to play and some of which are geared towards learning and education. So it's a whole kind of environment with lots of different types of games.
So Nikki, these games that are on the app, who programs them?
So we have developers all over the world who are creating games. And like I said, some of those are just meant to be fun. Some of them are meant to be educational, teaching kids about the climate science or space travel or how to learn a new skill. So it is developers from all over the world. And I will say we have a huge and vibrant developer base from Texas, which is really exciting.
Is there an approval process for these games before they're uploaded to Roblox?
All developers have to go through checks to make sure that they can publish an experience or a game on Roblox. Particularly today, this week, we've been announcing 2 new types of Roblox accounts, Roblox Kids and Roblox Select. Roblox Kids is for very young children, ages 5 through 8, where chat is off by default, and it's really meant to be their first experience to Roblox, and Roblox Select, which is for slightly older children, ages 9 to 15, where they get a few more privileges and a little bit more access to content, but always we want parents to be in the driver's seat. And any developer who is providing games in these more protected experiences goes through even extra checks to make sure that their content is as safe as possible and age appropriate for kids.
The expanded parental controls on the platform, tell us a bit more about that.
Providing parents controls has been something that's been very important to us since the company started. And I'm a parent. I have 2 boys, so understanding how platforms work and understanding how tools work is so important, but it can also be somewhat overwhelming. We really want it to be as easy on parents as possible. So we've already had tools for parents that provide screen time limitations, spending limitations, that give parents the ability to allow their children to access or to not access certain kinds of content. We're expanding those. We're announcing this week that we're expanding those so parents have even more control over allowing or disallowing certain experiences, and providing parental controls to parents not just up until the age of 13, which is what many companies do, but through the age of 15, so that they're getting that visibility and control even longer.
Great news once again. Parents, how can they get more information on this?
The easiest way is by going to roblox.com/safety center, where they can learn not just more about Roblox Kids and Select accounts, but how to link their account to their child's, and basic safety tips, so that we're helping parents as much as we can.
And that's what we like to hear. That's exactly why I'm talking to you today. What should parents know about chat safety and who their children are interacting with?
We use a simple age check tool that we announced earlier this year to understand how old kids are for the purposes of making sure that we can protect them when it comes to chat. The age check tool is really easy to use, and when kids go through it, it looks like a video selfie. We understand how old they are so that we know if they're between 5 and 8, we're going to turn chat off by default for them. If they're slightly older and they can use chat, it's monitored, it's filtered, and we always want to make sure that they're talking to people within their age group, so no one older.
Boundaries are so important. How can families set boundaries around screen time, especially just during the summer, during the holidays when they're online more?
Every parent struggles with this, me included. First of all, we want parents to know that they're in charge of making decisions for their kids. If they decide that Roblox is something that they want their kids to play or that there's value, we want them to know that they can set up screen time limits if they want to. They can go to our learning hub to find educational games. And sometimes the best way for parents to learn more and to be engaged is to sit down and just watch their kids play for a little bit.
It is so important to make sure you know what they're doing at all times, because whether it's Roblox or another app, it doesn't matter where they go. If they're online, they're open to anything. And so it's important for you to, of course, set boundaries as parents, as loved ones for your children, and to know everything about these apps. And so it's perfect that you have this available for parents. Is there any concerns right now that your team has, Roblox, with any content or concerning child safety?
I think that the reason that we're launching Roblox Kids and Roblox Select is to bring more age appropriate, almost these walled gardens to our platform so that kids can be as protected as possible, and also so that parents can get the information and the controls that they need.
What message do you want your users and parents to take away from this interview from Roblox?
One is practical. If they want more information, they can always go to roblox.com/safety center. And the second is more kind of advice, which is that we know parents are tired, they have a lot going on. We want to support them. We want them to know that the decisions they make for their kids are always going to be the right decisions for their family, and that we're here to listen so that we can keep building functionality into our product that helps parents.
I know you're a parent, so you definitely understand any advice, personal advice coming from you as a parent.
If anything, I welcome all the advice myself. I have two boys. So, but advice for parents, if they do nothing else, I think it's really having that conversation with your kids about how they're spending time online, what they like about it, what makes them nervous. Just talking to your kids like we talk to them in every other areas of their life.
Now, a parent does come across something that's concerning with Roblox. Where can they go? Where can they report it? What should they do?
They can always report content on Roblox itself using our reporting functionality. There's also a ton of information for our parents in the Roblox Safety Center, roblox.com/safety center, as well as baked in protections that parents may not see, but we are always monitoring what's going on, filtering chat, doing as much as we can in the background.
So once again, there is features this month with new age-based accounts for younger users that Roblox introduced, expanded parental controls on the platform as well. You can find all of that information where again, Nikki?
Roblox.com/safety center.